So, I'm audible. Can you please confirm whether my voice is audible and my skin is visible clearly?
Yeah.
Cool. So let's begin the class and the agenda. Let me clear the agenda for today's class and then we can start the session, right? So let me start. And from now onwards, I would request you guys, please be attentive in every class because from onwards, this application building, ML application building will get started and many researches will go on a daily basis. So if you are skipping, then please try to avoid those things and do let me know in advance so that I can plan accordingly. And yeah, please try to avoid the skipping the class. That's the first thing. Okay. Yeah. Delete these things. Okay. Good. Okay. Fine. So today agenda is we are going to discuss about API. Okay. I don't know how many of you know about the API. So without understanding the API, I think I would love to talk about the functions. What do you mean by the function? Function is the set of code, any kind of code. It can be Python, or it can be Java, it can be C or C sharp, C++, anything. So it will be set of commands or instructions we are going to use wherever we want to use. And function once defined, and we can use how many times we want to use. There is no restrictions at all to use that things. So let's suppose we have one function called def function one, and this function we have created and we defined and we wrote some business logic inside of this function. Now, what we have to do, let's suppose this function has some specific task, a specific task in the sense of add. So let's suppose this function task is to add two number. Okay. So wherever we have to add a two number, we can call this add function, and inside of this, we can pass the two number and it will give me the result. That's okay. Similarly, we would have different functions like subtractions, multiplication, division, addition. These are the different type of function will be there, and wherever we want to use, we can use that. So where is the API? Now, this function you have created. Now, the problem is this function you created and this function you can use wherever you want to use only in your system, right? If I want to use this add function in my system, then again, I have to write that code or copy paste your code in my system, then only I can use. But let's suppose I'm not from the programmatical background. Uh, Similarly, like let's suppose let me take a real time example. Let's suppose Alexa. Okay. Let's suppose Alexa is one of the object in Amazon. There is a Alexa is the one of the object, and Alexa is stop. Wait, sorry. Alexa, stop. So, so let's suppose this is the Alexa is one of the product by Amazon, and how it works, right? It works. You can give any kind of voice command, and Alexa will call that particular function. Let's suppose if I'm saying Alexa, play a song by Arjit Singh, right? And what it does, Alexa goes to their code repository to find the specific set of code and we try to call here. But again, this code has been not written by me. This code has been written by somewhere else. So here is also API is getting called. We'll talk about these things. Let me talk about this first, like how the API works. So this set of functions, set of code has been written in your system, but I'm not from the programming background. I don't know how to write this code. I don't know how to execute this code. And also, if I know this how to run this code, I would have I would have that setup in my system, then only I can use your code, right? Because I have to install Python, I have to use some environment variable, I have to do lot of steps in my system to use your code, right? It's not like that if I'll do the just copy paste and it will work, right? So in order to avoid this kind of problem, what we can do, and also let's suppose you have written your code in case in Python, and I am from the Java background. So I don't know how the Python logic works, right? So it could be possible I might miss your code. So what we can do, we are going to introduce a term called API. API stands for Application Programmable Interface. Okay, how it works, just try to understand. It works. This is one of the use case where I said like, okay, you wrote the set of function and I want to use your set of functions or set of code in my system. There also we can use the API. There is a n number of use cases of API. Let's talk about that use cases first, and then we can come at that point. So how many of you heard about this term? Okay, I think so. Let's suppose I am going to book a ticket on Make My Trip or Sky Scanner. So how the Sky Scanner work? Have you heard about this application Sky Scanner? No. So let take about the Make My Trip example. So let's suppose I have to go Jaipur. Jaipur is the site, is the place where this is one of the place in India. So let's suppose I have to go from Bangalore DLR to Jaipur JPI. So I have to travel from Bangalore to Jaipur. What I have to do? I have to book the ticket. I can book the ticket, rail ticket, air ticket, whatever ticket I can book it. So let's suppose I'm trying to book a flight ticket. What I will do? I will go and inside a flight, there is a multiple air services are getting provided. Like let's suppose there is a one Air Asia. Number two, Indigo, Vistara, fourth, Air Asia. Then n number of air services are there. Now, either I can go to this air services website and I can book the ticket. But again, it could be possible at that moment when I am trying to book the ticket, it could be possible Indigo is providing at the cheapest rate of the ticket and Air Asia is providing the like very costly ticket. So what I can do, what the Make My Trip started, Make My Trip is again, remember this point, Make My Trip don't have any kind of air services. Okay, Make My Trip use their APIs only and to show the price information. So what I will do, let's suppose if I have to go from Bangalore to Jaipur, so what I will do, I will go to the Make My Trip website or Sky Scanner website. So Make My Trip website I will go, and in Make My Trip website, as soon as I will launch the Make My Trip application, it will ask for the sign in and all the sort of things. Sign in is just to get your user information so that they can publish some, inside of the application. So let's suppose I have to go from the Bangalore to Jaipur. What I will go? I will go to the Make My Trip. Then Make My Trip will ask me source station, destination station, and number of adult people, like how many member you are going to travel, and is there any child is traveling with you or not. This kind of information they are going, and also date of journey. There is a thing DOJ, date of journey, and number of people. Okay, number of people. So it used to ask this kind of information, and then as soon as I'm passing this information, the Make My Trip developers, this Make My Trip developer job, they have again, this developer has been written some code in some languages, like it can be Node.js, it can be Python, it can be anything. And these developers, what it does, Make My Trip developers, these developers having some API of AirAsia, Indigo, Vistara, Air, this kind of APIs they have, and they will call with this request. This is called request. This is called request. They are calling this with this request to all the services, and they, as soon as they are requesting their services, these services return some response. Okay, and this response is some different format again. This we are getting some response from the different air services, and this response they are going to display on the Make My Trip website. Now as a user, we are going to check what is the less cheapest price of the flight, and then we are going to select that flight and we are going to travel with that flight. Now how it works, So there is a two thing. One is called client and another is called server. So what do you mean by the client and server? Just try to understand this architecture, client and server architecture. This is very much important. When developer is calling Air Services API, then this is called client. Means make my developer is called as client, and they are going to hit that API. This API is known as the server. So client server. Now, server is returning the response to whom? Server is returning the response to client. This is called output. This is called output. So this is called output and this is called input. That's the thing. Now just try to understand there is a two things which is called client and server. Now similar thing, similar architecture like, okay, this is the server, and when you are sending the request to the server, server is saying send me request in some certain format. Let's suppose you have to speak with me. You are, I believe you guys are from the different region, somewhere from the Andhra Pradesh, somewhere from Bangalore. But if you are going to speak with me like Kannada or Tamil, then I, I might not understand your things, what you are trying to say. You have to speak with me in some particular format, some particular language, then only I can understand your things, what you are trying to say. And also, if I'll deliver my content, like you ask some question, if I'm going to deliver the answer in some different language, might be you will not able to understand, right? So in that case, I also have to send, I have to give the response in that format so that you can consume my response. So similar concept is here also in case of client and server architecture. So server is saying, send me request in form of the some format. It's a global response, like it's global, architecture. It's not like that some only for make my trip. Wherever you are calling any API, it's about the make, not about the make my trip. It can be anything. It can be IRCTC website. It can be anything, right? So server always said and client also. There is an agreement between the client and server in the global level. Whatever API you have to call, you have to send me the request in some specific format, and that format is known as JSON. JSON format you have to use to send me request. Means you are passing the source, destination, date of journey, and number of people, right? So these four information you are passing. So you have to pass the data in form of the JSON. JSON is nothing but dictionary, like key value pair, SRC, and here you have to pass the value. Destination, you have to pass the value, and then you have to pass the date of journey. Then DOJ, you have to pass this thing. NOP means number of people, then again you have to pass this thing. So like this, you have to pass the dictionary. Dictionary is called JSON, and this JSON you have to pass to the server. Now server will process this request, and server will return the response. Again, client also did the agreement. I will also accept the response in form of JSON. So please send the response in form of the JSON. Now again, server will do the processing, and after processing, it will create some response. And response can be anything, right? Response can come from the Air Asia, response can come from the Vistara, response can come from the different air services, right? So this server is also generating response in form of the JSON. So how it is going to generate? So here we go. So name of air service, name of air service. So here is the name of air service. Then price, time, at what time flight is there. Like this, there is a multiple information. There is another air service response, third air, like this information they are going to pass. And this response we are getting from server and returning back to the client. And client will consume this response and they will display on their UI. That's a thing. So now just try to understand the benefit of using the API. Number one, see, you no need to write the code, because every air services, they're having their own developers, right? It backend developer, front-end developer, many type of developers are there. So they are doing their job in different languages. You no need to write whole code inside Make My Trip application. You can directly consume their API. Second thing, each air services having their own services, own inbuilt services, own logic to write the business logic, right? So business logic, you no need to worry. They always say, like, I will not give my code. Server means AirAsia or Vistara. These guys said, no, I will not give my code. You can consume my code by hitting one API and you can do this thing. But I will not give this code Because if ultimately, if I'm giving the code to you, tomorrow you can build your own Vistara, right? You can build your own Indigo. So what is the security here, right? So they did this agreement. I will not give the any kind of code, but I will give the endpoint, and that endpoint you can consume at your end, and you can do all the sort of things, right? Up to this, any doubt in the API? Any question?
No.
Cool. Okay. So this much is pretty much good. So this is the one application client is called make my trip. Just try to understand, this is your one application, make my trip. And this is the server is again different type of application. It can be RAC application, it can be blah 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 blah. So here what we are trying to do, we are trying to establish a relationship between two applications. That's what this called as application programmable interface. Means two program we are going to interface using the API. That is called API. Now coming to the part under another thing, let's talk about the API. Now we understood what is the API. API stands for application programmable interface, and in the layman term, two or more application we are going to communicate with the help of the API. That's the only agenda. Now just try to understand what are the different type of APIs are there. There is a two type of API in the market. Number one, REST API and SOAP API. Again, no need to worry about these terms, SOAP API, REST API, and this sort of thing. REST API is very much popular nowadays. Like 90%, 90 to 95% things is getting built on the REST API. SOAP API is no one is consuming, no one is building, and it's very hard to build again, SOAP API. So who is going to use the SOAP API? SOAP API is very secure. That's the first thing is there. So let me talk about all the different API. Number one API, REST API. REST API is very popular. SOAP API is not that much of popular. Earlier, before 10 years or 15 years, when I started my journey, that moment, REST API was grooming. SOAP API was in the place. But now everything is getting built on the REST API. There is a means why it is getting happen? There is a reason behind of it. Number one reason is it is easy to build. Number one, it's easy to build. Number two, so REST API may, like there is a two thing, right? One is client, another is server, right? So client and server, client can communicate with the server and server can communicate with the client. So REST API says you can pass the data in form of JSON, text, whatever data format you can pass to the server or these things. So any kind of language it support. It support. But SOAP API may you have to pass only XML data. Means it support only XML data format to communicate within the client and server. So only XML data. Number three, it is very fast. It is very fast. But SOAP is not that much of fast. Slow API. Number four. Number four is REST API is less secure. Again, there is a problem in the REST API as well. It is less secure. But it is highly secure. No worries, I will give everything. So high secure, that's what many fintech company like PhonePe, banking service like HDFC and IRCTC website, they are using the SOAP API still, SOAP architecture. But apart from this, even in fintech, REST APIs are very popular. They are using the REST APIs as well. Now, what are the use case in our case? Like how we are going to use this API, right? So let's take an example of Alexa. Again, let's suppose this is your Alexa Echo. So in Alexa, like you are going to give the voice command, you are going to give the instruction to Alexa with the help of the voice command, right? So this is your voice command. हाँ 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 शाम 5:30. So let's suppose I am giving this voice command, and with this voice command, Alexa is taking this voice command as an input, and what it does with the voice, it's trying to convert internally. Again, it's a business logic has been written by Amazon people. Amazon developer has been written. This voice, they are going to take the data in as an input, and this input with this voice, they are going to convert this voice to text, right? And this text, they are going to call again for the processing, means they are going to understand what his text is about. Like, okay, you can give any command to Alexa, right? You can give, but it could be possible that piece of information is not available at that moment of time to the Alexa. So this text first try to understand what is the context behind of this text. Is it about the I'm requesting to the Alexa about the news, or I'm talking about some music, or I'm talking about some movies, right? So I'm going, what instruction, the context behind of this voice command has to be understand. So again, this is called classification problem. Here the machine learning term is coming into the picture. Here ML algorithm will come into the picture, and it will identify what the context behind of this voice, right? And then let's suppose I have given the instruction of the play music, right? So music, it will go to the music API. Like I think it is using Hangama music or Ghana music or some different kind of application. So it is calling internally Hangama music API or Ghana music API to get some music, and it is, and this application Hangama music or these things, it giving the response to this Alexa, and Alexa is playing that song. This is a very simple architecture as an API. Again, internally it's called different kind of application, and that getting done with the help of the API. And you don't need to bother about to how to write that business logic inside your application. That's a beauty of using what we call API. You just need to take care of your business logic. You don't need to worry about the other application business logic, how they are developing, how they are doing, what they are doing internally. Also, what kind of language they are using, right? So you just need to bother about only your business logic. That's the funda of API. Now, how we are going to use this terminology in our system, right? So let's talk about that part. So I think now you guys are familiar with API, right? And now you guys are familiar with machine learning as well. Some two algorithms we discussed so far, so forth. Two algorithms: linear regression, logistic regression. I think so, right? So let's suppose you know everything in machine learning. So this is your machine learning, and you are able to build your machine learning algorithm. You are able to build your machine learning algorithm or model, ML model, right? And you are able to save this model as well in your physical device. Yes. And this model is in the form of what? Is in the form of the pickle format. Please correct me if at any point if you are thinking you are not able to understand, because I'm using the prior knowledge what I have delivered, and that things I'm trying to integrate and touch all those things in the form to build an API. So you are able to create this machine learning model, and that model you can save into the physical device in form of the pickle file. Again, this pickle file is in the form of the what? Binary file, right? It is in the form of binary file. So this file cannot be read, right? And again, to read this pickle file, again, we have to write some logic. We have to use some pickle library or something, job leave library, right? Different kind of library we have to use to read. Sorry. So we have to use the to read, in order to read this pickle file, we have to use different type of library. And after reading this pickle file as well, we have to pass the instruction in some certain format, and then this model will get called and it will give the response, right? So there is an n number of things has to be done. Now, let's suppose you did it in your system. But again, the problem is, how can I use this system? Again, I have to see all the, means I have to do all the setup in my system, and then I can use your model. This is again not a suggestible approach. Let's suppose, think about that. If everyone has to build the Alexa, then tomorrow n number of Amazon company will get open in the in this market, right? So what are the use of yours, right? So our job is to solve the solution and make the feasible solution, deliver the feasible solution so that anyone can use this solution. So we can solve the problem. So in order to do these things, we create an API for all these things, and that API will get called from anywhere, like any client can call. Either you can call from your website or from post. I'll talk about the postman, will be coming at that point. But as of now, just try to understand. We are going to build an API with the help of some kind of library. Again, in case of Python, if I'm talking considering Python, there is a different, you can't build API like this, how you're writing the function. For building the API, we have to follow some kind of protocol. And what is that protocol called? That protocol called HTTP protocol. Okay. So who is going to provide this protocol? So this protocol is getting provided by the different library, very famous library, which is called Flask, Django. We are going to use this kind of framework. And third, I think Fast API. This is also very popular right now, Fast API. Okay, I'll talk about this. So today I will show you everything with the help of Flask. I'll show you one more API building with the help of the Fast API. Okay. So hope you guys understood. Now jumping towards to building an API. Okay. Any questions so far? Without, if you have any question, then feel free unmute yourself and ask the thing. Otherwise, we can start the things. If there is no question, that's well and good. So what we can do, we can go to the GitHub. I will talk about the GitHub as well, don't worry. But as of now, just let me show you the code. So everyone, okay, first talk about the Git and GitHub as well, because you guys have to clone. Now we understood the API. Now we are going to understand there is one more thing which is called shared code repository system. What is shared code repository system? Shared code repository. Okay, before starting this, I would like to speak you guys about, okay, let's suppose you have taken us some pictures, and if you want to keep these pictures as a secure so that you can use anywhere and you can access anywhere, so what you will do? Even your phone is getting damaged, you should use these pictures. So what you will do? So let's suppose you have taken some pictures, and that pictures you have to access from anywhere. What you will do? You will store these pictures inside of your drive, Google Drive.
Yeah.
So how we are doing? We are doing also same thing. Every day class recording, class material, we are going to upload in the drive so that anyone from our team can access this material for their future purpose, right? Similarly, here also, we are going to store inside of drive so that tomorrow my laptop or my phone get damaged, I can access this data from anywhere. My data should not get vanished. So similarly, shared code repository as well. Let's suppose this is the organization. Okay. And in this organization, there is an n number of people are working. Okay. Let's suppose this is a project, and in this project, there is an n developers are working. Every developer is having their own responsibility. Let's suppose this is developer 1, developer 2, developer 3, developer 4. Now this developer is writing every day some codes. Developer 2 is also writing some code every day. Developer 3 is writing also some code. Developer 4 writing some code. Now let's suppose at the end their code has to be delivered one particular project. 1 minute. Everyday developers means all developer code ultimately is to be delivered one project. It's not like that every developer is delivering separate project, right? Every developer responsibility to deliver only single project. So means all code has to be merged at the end and they will deliver one project, right? Okay. Now just try to understand the problem here. Let's suppose this developer 3 has been written some code and this developer 3 laptop got damaged. Some accident happened. This developer 3 laptop has gone. Now whatever code has been written within a last month, everything has been gone. Everything has been gone because laptop has been damaged, right? So we can't access this data, right? So whole code has been gone. So what he can do? Again, we have to write the code from scratch. So again, 1 month, we have to invest this resource. So what we can do, that's what there is a shared code repository came into the picture. And what it does, how it works, just try to understand layman term. So let's suppose this is called shared code repository, SCR. And in this shared code repository, repositories having some particular repository, this is called repository R1 for this project. And in this repository is accessible by D1, D2, D3, D4, and blah, blah, blah. Now, what they will do every day, whenever they are writing this code, they are going to write this code and they are going to push this code into this repository. D2 is also going to push this. D1 is also going to push this code in their repository. Are you able to make sense what I'm trying to say here? Now, just try to imagine, let's suppose any accident happened and D3 lost their laptop. It might be possible, means accident happened, but the code is still saved in this repository. But as soon as this G3 will get their different laptop, they can access this code and pull this code in their system and they can start working around it. So they no need to wait or they no need to, write again the code from scratch. Now you must ask this question, Rajesh, what is the problem? What will happen if everyone is pushing the code in the same repository? Don't you think so? Who has written which code? How we can understand? So that's what there is a concept called branching. So developer 1 is pushing. So there is a different branch. B1, D1 के लिए B1, D2 के लिए B2, D3 के लिए B3. So they are going to push their code into their particular branch. And at the end, there is a senior developer will be there. What the senior developer will do? Senior developer will read all this branch and they will merge this code in master branch. This is called master branch. And then it is going to be delivered as a single project. So now coming to the part of shared code repository. Now, what are the different type of shared code repository? SCR. So there is a n number of different type of vendors providing this shared code repository. One example I have already given, which is called Google Drive. ठीक है. Number 2 example is GitHub. It's again open source. Number 3, GitLab. Number 4, Bitbucket. I don't know how many of you heard about these things or not. But again, don't worry about all those vendors. It's a vendor. It's just an application. Way of pushing the code, it's quite similar to this any kind of vendors. Like if you know GitHub, then it's similar to GitLab. It will be similar for the Bitbucket as well, right? So now this is called SCR, Shared Code Repository. Now, in your local system also should have someone who can communicate with this application. For that, this is called VCS. What is called VCS? Version Control System. and version control system is called Git. Again, don't be confused with this name. Git and GitHub both are different things. GitHub is SCR, shared code repository, but Git is VCS, version control system. Okay, we'll talk about this part. But Git is means this Git is the very powerful application which is responsible to communicate with your local system and maintain the version of your code with this cloud provider. Okay, we'll talk about all the sort of things. But before moving, okay, any question so far?
Version control system. Git means you're telling about Git bash or?
Yeah, Git bash. Git bash is in your window, it's known as Git bash, but in Ubuntu and Mac, in this case, it's known as Git. Okay, so we'll talk about this. Any question, anything else? No question. So let's jump into test. So I would request everyone, please create an account on GitHub, github.com. Please open this github.com. It's by default, it logged in my system. So I would request sign out. I'm doing the sign out. Now, this is the official page of GitHub. In your case, if you don't have the account, do sign up. And it will ask, again, it's a generative model again. It is asking your email. Okay. How many of you have the GitHub account? Anybody having GitHub account? Okay. So do create a GitHub account, go to this page and enter your mail github.com and go to this and just create account quickly. As simple to create an account in GitHub is like how you are creating account on Facebook. So everyone, please carry on. Once it's done, just do let me know. So here you have to pass your mail ID. Let's suppose I am passing this mail ID Rajesh at gmail.com. Okay, it seems like this email is already having something. Now it seems green, right? So I can give the continue. As saying that to give the password, you can give your password and it will get created. So if you don't have the means, if you want to share your screen, I can help you because I already have the account. That's why I can't show you. हाँ तो create करो रूपा and Divya and Vimala, please create it. I'm giving you 5 minutes. Please do create. Okay, is it done?
Yeah, Rajesh.
Okay, very good. So are you able to do the sign in? The sign in is very much in simple.
Yes.
Yeah. So as soon as you will do the sign in, you might not see these things, but that's a simple interface. Okay. Once you do the sign in, what you can do, uh, okay. So as soon as you will do the sign in, create a new repository. How to create a repository? Click on new. Okay. Click on new. And here you can give the repository name. Repository name, you can give anything. I'm giving the demo GitHub. Okay. So this is the demo. And you can make your repository either public or private. I'm making as of now public. And there is a few things called add readme.file. Readme, like how your application works, all the things you can write inside of readme file. As of now, I'm skipping this part. Also, you can add the git ignore license. Forget about this part, but just give the project name and you can hit on this green button. Downside, green color button is there. Create repository. Hit on this button. Repository will get created. As soon as repository will get created, you might see this kind of interface. Are you guys able to do this much? Please say yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please do it. This much, please do it and do let me know. Give the acknowledgement you have done this much. Then we'll move further.
Yeah.
Done. Done?
Yeah, from my side.
Okay. That's okay.
Yes, sir.
Nice. It's very simple. Give the project name and repository will get created. Now, as of now, in this repository, nothing is there. I would request you everyone, please install one more application, which is called Git. Git download. I already have, but gitscm.com. This is the website. And you can hit on this download button and it will get downloaded for the particular operating system. So please do it and do let me know once it's done. And click on next, next, next and finish. Git will get installed in the system. Once it's done, just to let me know. Okay, done.
Install it.
Okay,
Install it.
cool. Do it. And do along with me. Then only it will be helpful. Otherwise, you might miss some point because it's the first time. It will take some time.
You have to just give next, next, next.
Next,
That's
next,
all.
next, 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 and finish. That's all.
Hey, hello everyone. Sorry, I got a call with my family members. Yeah, everyone has done up to this installation and all the sort of things.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good, nice. So now next is if you have installed all the things, next go. Let's suppose I will talk about this thing. There is a one folder called .git. Let me remove this. This will not get created in your system. Okay. Now this is my application. Okay. This is my application, and this application I have to push into the GitHub. Don't worry about this code. What is the folder and files are there inside of these things. But as of now, just try to understand our jobs and responsibility to push this code inside of this thing. So let's do these things. What we can do, run. Here is the option. If you will right click on this folder, show more option, you will get this option git bash here. If you already install git, then you will get this option. If you are not getting this option, do let me know. Are you getting these options? Cool. Click on this git bash here. You will see this kind of black color window will get open. Are you able to see this black color window? Yes. You can use the chat in case if you are you guys able to see this kind of window? Hello. Yes, no, please. Nice. So now, if you are able to open this kind of window, then what you have to do, just write down git init command, git init. Let me copy paste in your chat as well. Type this command, git init. So what it will do, as soon as you will hit this command, if you are hitting this command git init, you just observe there is a one folder will get created called .git. Let me run this command, and you can see there is a .git file got created. Are you guys able to see this .git file in your folder? Okay, you guys. Okay, so how you will push this code? You don't have the code, right? That's also thing. Okay, let me upload this folder in Drive and download this folder from there. Okay. In compress zip file, and in compression of the zip file, and this zip file, let me upload these things inside of your drive. Okay. Please download this file from day 17 and do let me know if you downloaded and extract this file in your system. Once it's done, just do let me know, please. Everyone, please do it quickly. Okay, don't have the access, seems like Divya. Don't have the access.
Yes, sir. Day 17 is not showing, sir.
ठीक है, रुको. I will give the access. Yeah, I've given you. Please check now.
Sir, it won't have, sir.
Acha. Okay, please download this now.
Sir, can I show my screen? It is not showing, sir.
Yeah, please. What happened?
It is under the class drive. One link will be there in master sheet, like in first row. That link you need to use.
Correct. And also you should get email as well. I sent personally to you. Right? Are you in the class? Are you able to download Trumula? You just open this link now. ये वाला link, पहला link. Go to this master.
Yeah, I am able to access.
Yeah, you are able to access. Did you download this and unzip it? Keep in your system ready.
Yeah.
So please access this file. I shared with this one file, the chat. Or else you can share your screen, Divya, if you are facing some problem. Okay, it seems like she's able to do. Okay, if you are able to.
Yes, sir, we got it.
Okay, nice. Thank you. So if you are able to download, and let's suppose you have extracted and you extracted and you will see this kind of folders or files. Are you able to see these files and folders?
Yes, sir.
Everyone? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Then what to do? Then from here, we are going to start. Close this, all those things, and I will show you from scratch. Open, click on this and open git bash here. Are you able to open this black color window now in this inside of this folder? Inside of this folder, from that folder, you have to open git bash. You must see this kind of black color screen and cross check you are in that location with this location. Yes?
Yeah.
Cool. Next, what to do? I have to initialize the git init. Run this command. Git will get initialized, and you must see this file folder will get created inside of the directory .git. Are you able to do this much?
In command prompt, it is showing like dot git, just like you. But in folder,
You are
I
not
don't
able to. You are not
see
able to see because it's a hidden file. You have to expose that. So view. So hidden icon. Where is the option? So hidden icon. Can you see this? This.
Okay.
So that's a hidden file. That's what you might not be able to see. So are you able to see now? Yes.
So you have to right click and we will get that option open.
8 minutes, 1 minute. No. Cool. So are you guys able to see this git init, .git file?
Yeah.
Cool. Now next what to do? Go to your repository. Go to your repository. You will see there is some commands has been given. Can you see this? These commands in your screen? Go to your repository. You must see this kind of commands and instruction. Yeah, are you able to see? Hello?
Yeah.
Cool. So we have executed this command, git init. Now there is some command, git add readme.md, leave that command, git commit. Now what is that? So see, we initialize this .git file, right? We initialize this .git file here. Now what is that? Next job is how this local system will understand where to push, right? So that push, for this pushing purpose, this address has to be mapped. So how to map this address? For mapping this address, there is a command called git remote add origin and this link. So with this, after running this command, as soon as you are running this command, paste that command. Oh, Control C. Paste this command git remote add origin and your repository URL. Copy paste this line, second last. Then what will happen? As soon as I will execute this command, so my local system get to know at which location I have to store my file, right? So are you able to do? And if you are able to do these things, then how to check whether this location has been properly configured or not? So for that, you can run this command git remote -v. So you can see this location has been already mapped. So do this much, please do it quickly. Run this command. Run that command in your repository has been given here. Can you see this? Just do it and tell me yes or no. Are you able to do or not? And then execute this command. Git remote -v. Do it quickly, guys. This URL, again, this URL will be different in your case. My case, my username has been given. In your case, your username will be there. So make sure you should copy your URL, not my URL. It's done. Very good. So if you are able to do this much, then, and also you have executed this command as well, git remote -v. Are you able to see your URL?
Yeah. Fetch and push.
You are able to see?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Now what to do? Now next is we have to add all those files. We have to add all those files, these files, .git, .idea, these things, to be inside your .git. Means local system, this is your local repository, and this repository has to know what are the files has to be pushed, right? What are the files has to be pushed. So then I want to create one more file which is called .gitignore file. So let me create one more file now. Okay, leave that git ignore, I will talk later on, but as of now just try to understand this much. Now what we can do, we are going to add all the file inside my git. So git add, here you can pass the file name, whatever file or folder you have to add, or else if you have to add all the file, then press dot, then it will add all the file. Now you can see this. Okay, before that, run this command git status. You can see, okay, before executing git add dot, just run git status. Please run this git status. The color will be red color in your case. Just run before executing git add dot, run git status. This command git status. Hello. Are you guys doing? Yes.
Yeah.
Git status. So what color is coming?
Red.
Red. And you must see there is some message will be there, right? Untracked file or something. Yeah. Now run this command git add dot. Git add dot. Run this command. Then run again this command git status and check it should get green, all the files.
Yeah, it's
Okay, very good. So we are able to add. Now next is that we have to commit this message, commit this file inside my local system. So for that, git commit this command, okay, my bad. So here is the command is already given, but if in your case, so this is the command you have to execute: git commit -m, git commit -m, and message. You can give any message. It's not like that first commit or something. I'm saying this commit for initial understanding. Okay, are you able to do this much? Yes, git commit -m, this commit for initial commit understanding. Are you guys able to do? Execute this. Commit has been done. Then again execute this command, get the status and check it out, and you will see this message: nothing to commit, working tree is free. Do it this much and do let me know yes or no. Are you able to see the same message or not?
Sir, once again, can you scroll up comments? One second. Up. Can you do it?
Okay, I can give that command. No? Wait. Git commit. I'm giving that command. -m initial commit. This was the command. I sent over the chat. So this was the command. You can give any message. This message can be anything, but it should be valuable information. Means like it should not like that randomly you are giving anything, but give the some proper messages. Done. Up to this much is done. Hello.
So committing has been done.
Committing has been done. And are you after that check that git status? Are you able to see this message? Nothing to commit, working tree is clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. So if you are able to do this much, and also check the branch, git branch. What is that branch? Your branch is master branch. So right now you are pushing all the things inside of master branch, right? So let's do first in the master branch, then only we will see the child branch. So git push, write this command, git push, and hit enter. So it's saying git push, this command has to be executed first. So let me push now, git push hyphen upstream, run this command first. And here also you have to execute this, paste it, and it will get push. Fatal, unable to access this repository in these things, that's a blah blah problem. But in your case, you okay, before that, if you install first time git, accessing first time git, you have to configure one thing. What you have to configure? Git configure, CONFI, git config. Just run this command, git config user.name. Git config CONFIG. Oh, and git config user.name. Are you able to see some name? If you will execute this command, you should able to see this name. Do let me know, are you able to see this some name, username, whatever username has been configured in your GitHub, you should see this name. If you are not able to see, then do let me know. By executing this command, git config user.name, you must see your username, GitHub username. How can I see the GitHub username? Go to your GitHub page and go to this section and click on this. This is the username, Rajesh Thakur 222. So in my case, if you can go to the git bash, you must see these things. Yeah. Okay.
Rajesh,
Yeah.
it will show the GitHub username details or our machine user details?
GitHub username detail, not machine username. If it is not showing GitHub username, there is a problem. I'll tell you what to do.
Showing you machine user.
Okay. So what to do? Git config, run this command, git config user dot name, and then Write your username, whatever username you have. In my case, my username is this one. Git config array yaar. Username, user.name, and run this command Rajesh. Your username, this command. And then you will check again with user.name. You should see this name. Are you able to do this? Do it. This is the command. In your case, your username. It should be your username, not mine. And how to get the username already? Okay, very good. So this is the command. And next, what to do? You have to configure your mail ID as well. So how to do? Git config. First, check what email is showing. Git config user dot email. Okay? User dot email. You must see your email ID. In my case, my email ID is showing. But in your case, you should see your email ID with which you logged in to GitHub. If it is not showing, then there is a problem. Then I will tell you what to do.
Yeah.
Are you
Showing my
okay? Same email ID with which
No.
no different mail ID.
Yeah.
So then you have to run again the same command like git config user dot email, and here you have to give your email ID. Email. Okay. Do it. Do it quickly. Here you have to. Git config. I'm giving the command. Everyone, please follow me. User dot email, and here you have to give your email ID. This is your command. Please execute this command and do let me know. Done?
I'm getting served correctly.
You are getting correctly. That's good. Now you can execute this command if you are getting everything correctly. Control C. You can run this command git push. Sorry, git push. Are you able to push this command? Sorry, first that you execute this command. Run this command. Are you able to do run this command? Do let me know yes or no. In my case, it is throwing some problem. Yeah.
It is showing everything up to date.
No, git push. Did you execute the git push? You can
Yeah.
you can take a screenshot and send over the WhatsApp if possible. ठीक है.
Sir, I'm getting error like uh, failed to push some reference to origin like that.
Okay. Are you getting same error? What I am getting?
Your error. No, sir. Like it is showing like failed to push some errors to origin. It is showing like that.
Can you share your screen? I want to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what about Trimula and Divya? Are you able to push that?
Yeah, I shared the screenshot.
Acha, acha,
For
acha.
me, I'm getting everything up to date. Branch master setup to track origin master lifetime.
Like push has been done or not?
Yeah, git push.
And okay,
hyphen
so it's fine. So it's good. It seems. Can you go to your GitHub repository and refresh the page?
Okay.
You must see all the things. All the codes should be there.
Yeah, it's there.
It's there. Very good. Congratulations. Enjoy. Now share your screen, Rupa. What's the problem with you?
Yeah, I shared in WhatsApp, sir.
Sure. Let me check. Let me check. Let me check. So error fatal to push some reference origin. Okay. User.name, user.email, you have configured everything. And can you type git remote -v? Type this command.
Which command, sir?
Git remote. It's already given now. Last time also I said okay. This command. This command's already given. And did you follow me from beginning itself? Are you following me?
Yes, sir, but this command did not work for me, sir. When I wrote it, it showed me this error.
तो पहले ही problem था ना. Okay, again go to your GitHub repository and copy paste this command first. This command.
Okay, sir.
Copy paste in your git bash and execute, and then again execute git remote -v. If you are able to see your repository URL, then it's work. Otherwise, it will not work. Follow the instruction what I'm saying. Otherwise, it won't be work at all. Done?
Yes, sir. 2 minutes.
अबे 2 मिनट क्यों लगेगा? Just copy paste ही तो है.
It's not copy pasting. I'm typing, sir.
Why you are typing? That's my question.
I'm trying to copy paste. Is not getting pasted, sir. That's why.
So try to solve this problem if you are not able to copy paste. So right click here and paste. You will get this option. ठीक है.
I'm sorry, sir, for wasting your time.
So do it. No worries, do it. So if some this is the learning. If some problem is coming, don't try to find always alternative solution. Try to solve that.
Yes, sir. I got it.
are you able to access git remote -d now properly? You are able to get your URL, not my URL. This.
No, my URL only I typed.
Very good. Now again run this command git add. First run this command git status. Git status in your system. First run this command git status quickly. Don't be late. Do it. And what about Divya? Are you following or you are
Yes,
just
sir.
just do it quickly, guys. I have not started yet AI part. I'm just talking about the Git and GitHub right away. Okay. So once it's done, Git status, just tell me yes or no. Rupal, I'm especially speaking with you.
Sir, get the status.
Why you are not sharing your screen? So that's the first question.
1 second. Yeah, sir, I got it in red.
In red. Then run this command git add dot. So what it does, as soon as you will hit this command git add dot.
Yeah, I got it, sir.
Then
Nothing is specified, nothing is added.
nothing is specified, nothing is added. Share your screen first.
Okay, sir. I'll share it. Yeah, you can see, sir.
Yeah, I can see. दिखाना जरा कहाँ कर रहे हो? Show me your git bash. Git bash. Git bash. You are sharing only one window. You are not sharing entire screen.
Okay, one second.
Now please share entire screen. Entire window. There is entire screen option will be there.
Yeah. Now, sir.
Open git bash. Wait. So what is saying git? पता है? I don't have any word for you, but it's a very bigger problem with you. I personally I'm saying I explicitly mentioned go inside a folder and right click. Did you did this? Did you followed me?
Yes, sir.
But you are not in that folder. Just check it out. In Git Bash, you are inside of download section. Go inside a folder, close this Git Bash, close this, and where is your code? Go inside of that code. First, go inside of that code. Go inside of this code again. You have command code here. Now right click Git Bash here. Open Git Bash here. Now here run this command git init once again. Type it. Where this is just 6 character, my dear. You can type git init. Just type git init. Git space init. Init. First init, because you are starting from the beginning. Init. Enter. Now initialization has been done. Now run the command git status. First run the command git status. Enter. Status का spelling गलत है. Spelling mistake.
Sorry.
No worries. Take your time. Enter. So everything is red. Now run command git add dot. Git space add dot. नहीं, अरे रुको. Git space add and then space dot. Dot. Enter. So everything is fine now. Now again run this command git status. Everything will become green. Now do one thing. Go to your GitHub. Copy the second last command. This one, yes, second last command. Yeah. Second last, that same thing. Go to your git bash and paste it here. Paste it there. Right click, paste. Enter. So now run the command git remote -v. -v, enter. So very good. Now do one thing, git commit, run that command, git commit wala command, git commit. -m, git commit -m. No, there is a, okay, copy the third command on your GitHub. Control C, press Control C. अरे Control C कर दो, copy हो जाएगा. Control, shift, yeah, enter. Now see, I was saying these things from long time. Did you check git config user name? You said yes, I am able to see my username. Are you did you see your username when you executed git config?
When I type my username, it took the command, sir. It did not show me any error, so I told it.
Okay, and I was saying like you should see your username, GitHub username. Trumula also mentioned that I am able to see my machine username, and I said no, this is not right. So see, this here is the problem of deliverance and content acceptance, right? So please follow the instruction, and I'm going very slowly. It's not like that very fast is going on. I'm taking everyone's screen and I'm trying to solve the problem. It doesn't mean that you will not follow the instruction. Run that command, whatever given on the command screen. Git config -- global user.email and your email ID. It's already given the command on. अरे उसी में दिया term नहीं. Go to git bash. I have already given the commands. Just see in your chat. Go to your chat and copy that command from bottom 1, 2, 3. Third command. First wala. First wala. That's the same. Sorry. Last. Git config user dot name and your username, not my username. Your username. Space. Press space and your username. Is it right username? Check it. Cross check. I can't believe on you. Is it right username?
Yes, sir.
Check, show me.
Where you wanted it? Yeah.
From where you
created for this one, like GitHub, right? Same user.
Show me where are you seeing this username? Very good. Rupa Shri 03. ठीक है. Copy that. Enter. Press enter. Now again run that command git config user.email and your email ID with which you logged into GitHub. अरे user.email, first type user.email, then space email ID. नहीं वैसे नहीं जाएगा आप. You have to go back space. User.email, email. And these are the things I spend like around 5 to 10 minutes and multiple time I said, and everyone said that I am able to see. gmail.com. Enter. Now run the command git config user.name. You should see your username. Type git config user.name. Be fast. You are able to see your username. Very good. Now do one thing. Now once again run that command git commit to ho gaya. Git press top arrow key. Top arrow key. Arrow key in your keyboard. Top arrow key. Once again. करते रहो. Go ahead. No. Just type git status. Control C, press git status. This one, this. Okay. Just type git push. Oh, I think commit has not done yet. Wait. Commit has not done. Just type this command, git commit. That's say third command in your GitHub screen. And do practice. Without practice, nothing will be possible. It clearly can be visible here. Here is the lack of practice. You are taking the class from the last 3 months or 4 months, but still you guys are not able to follow the instruction. Then there is a gap. Again, I am saying literally nothing can be possible without practice. Practice will make you perfect. Type git status once again. Now run this command git push. Origin master. Git push. Just type git push, you will get the command. Run this command git push. Already given that command and on your screen. Git push -- set upstream. Copy that command. Right click. Copy will be happen right click by right click. नहीं वैसे नहीं होता. Control C से copy नहीं होगा. हाँ हो गया. चलो run that. Wait a minute. Did you hit enter?
Yes, sir.
Wait. So now it is saying, see, wait. Now it is saying sign in with your browser, right? So click on this sign in with your browser. Give your username and password. GitHub username and password. Or email ID. That is also fine. A password there. Remember this username and password. Okay. Authorize Git ecosystem. Click on authorize Git ecosystem. Green color window. Green color button. Yes. Authentication succeed. Go to your Git bash once again. Very good. Now go to your GitHub. GitHub page. Close this browser. Backend में जो browser चल रहा है, close करो इसको. Go to refresh this page. Git bash को. Sorry. Refresh the GitHub page. You are able to see code. Everyone able to see the code in your system. Now you can stop sharing and do practice. Again, I'm saying do practice. Now bookmark, pin my screen. Now do one thing. I will do one thing. Now what I'm trying to do, I'm going to change something in this file. This is my readme.file, readme.md file. This is my readme.md file. So how I can show you, wait. So I'm going to open this. So I'm going to change some file in this readme.md file. So open with, I'm going to open with, okay, let me open this requirement.txt file. So this is the requirement.txt file. Can you see this requirement.txt file? I have opened requirement.txt file. And here I am just changing something, Rajesh. I'm just added one file and save it. Press Ctrl S and save it. Now go to Git bash again and just type this command git status. You can see it is able to track your changes. You can see changes not staged for the commit, and you can see requirement.txt. It become red, means it got modified. You can see the tab as well got modified. Now just try to add this once again. So git add requirement.txt. Once again, I'm going to add this requirement.txt, and then again I will hit git status. And you can see it become green. Now I have to commit. Git commit -m, and here you can pass the message like updated requirement.txt. You can pass any message, requirement text, requirement data doc. And I'm going to commit. Now I committed, and now I will push git push. In my case, it will not get pushed because there is some problem. I will talk about this thing. But in your case, you should get the push. Please follow this instruction now. Change something in your requirement and do push. Same thing. Do it now quickly. Follow this instruction. First, go to your folder and update the requirement.txt, update anything, and then come to git bash and type this command, git status. First type this command. Do it this instruction. First, especially Rupa, please do it. Go to your folder, update requirement.txt, and then come to git bash and run this command git status. Do it quickly. Done? हो गया? Done, everyone? Yes? Please say yes or no, at least. Yes. So I think everyone able to do this much. Commit, everyone done commit as well? Git
Yeah, commit and push.
very good. Now go to your GitHub and just check it, refresh the page. Your requirement should get updated. So in my case, let me delete this because I don't want to keep this unwanted. So I want to delete this repository. I'm going to delete this repository. Yes, I want to delete. I have written yesterday. Delete. It's getting deleted. Yeah. Type. Okay, you have to type only. Okay, it got deleted. Now go to your repository and open your requirement.txt. You should see this file should get updated. In my case, I have not posted yet, but in your case, your updated file should be present here. So are you guys able to see? Then say congrats to yourself. Done? Yes, no?
Yeah.
Okay, nice, nice. Next is, see, you can do cloud computing directly here in GitHub. Go to your URL. This is your URL. Press instead of com, you can write dev and press enter, hit, and VS Code web browser will get open. You can see complete VS Code interface you will get inside of web. So you can write a code here also. This is also facility, one of the facility. So are you guys able to see? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, very good. So if you are able to see this thing, that's well and good. Now, next what to do? Create a separate folder inside of your repository, inside of your local system. Create one separate folder. That's all. Just do it first. Create one separate folder. Give any name, XYZ, anything. Once it's done, just do let me know.
Separate folder in this repository?
No, not in this repository, outside of this repository.
Okay.
So let's suppose this is your repository. In outside, create one folder. So, any folder. Any folder. You can create any folder. Done?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now go inside of that folder. Let me create for you as well. Test. I'm going to create one folder, test. And inside of folder, I'm going. And again, Rupa, Divya, Tirmula. Inside of this folder, right click and show more option and click git bash here. Don't go any other folder. Go inside of this folder and again click git bash here. So if you are able to see this kind of black window, then say yes. Inside of this folder, see the location as well. Test. The location should be your folder name. In my case, test folder. Yes? Are you-
Yeah.
Now do one thing. Once again, guys, please follow me. Once again, clone. Now you guys are going to clone others project in your system. How to clone? Go to you. Okay. So you will get this option. I will give you this link in your chat. Control V, enter. So please copy this URL and again go to git bash. Type command git clone. Copy that URL what I given over the chat. Git clone and paste that URL. This URL https://github.com Rajesh Thakur. You can give my URL. That's okay. Otherwise you can give your URL as well. That's fine. But just give my URL. Clone git clone and press enter. So this is the command. Git clone. This is the command. Copy. And this is the command I'm going to give it to you. Please execute this command and do let me know yes or no. Are you able to execute this command or not?
Yeah.
Okay. Now do one thing. Go to that empty folder which you have created just now. You must see this folder will come inside of that folder. Are you able to see this folder? Hello?
Yes.
Yes. And go inside of that folder. Complete code will be there. So now you get to know how to push, how to pull everything. Right? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Means you are talking about clone.
Sorry?
You told how to push and how to pull we have learned, right?
Yeah.
Means you are referring to clone.
No. Push and pull is something different. Clone means others project. Let's suppose open source, many projects are there and you want to execute. Let's suppose my project you want to execute in your local system. So you have to clone my code, right? So you can go to the official web, means my repository. You can go to my repository and you can copy that URL, repository URL, and you can clone in your system so you can execute this code.
Okay, in that case, pull we didn't learn. We have learned commit, push, and clone.
So pull is basically, let's suppose pull will work when multiple team is working. Okay, let's suppose I did some changes. Okay, let me talk about now. Just a minute. Hold on. I'm going to update something. Okay. Rajesh, I'm going to update this and I'm going to commit. So update requirement.txt and committing. I'm directly committing in this. Now do one thing. Go to git bash again. This git bash and take a git pull inside of the test folder only. Git pull. You should see your required pattern. Git repository and parent directory. Not a git repository. Oh, sorry. I have to go inside of this and then I can do. Yeah. Then I can run this git pull. So you can see requirement got updated. And if I will go inside of my this file, test folder ke andar ka file requirement.txt. If I'll open this requirement.txt and this got updated. Are you guys able to see git pull if you are doing git pull inside of same?
Yeah, we have done git pull. Now we need to check the folder.
Yeah, you have to check that requirement.txt. That requirement.txt should get updated. So are you able to see the updated file now? Hello? Please say yes, no, anything.
No, as it is, it is not.
Share your screen. Please do share your screen. Now first show me your git bash. This is not that. And you are, see, demo git. You are inside of that demo git. So how you will see? You have to go inside of that folder which you have created. As a demo git was that. Now type git pull once again here. Enter. So you are able to see requirement got updated, right? Can you see this? Terminal देखो, पहले देखो. Just observe that terminal. One file updated. Can you see this requirement text 3 ++ minus something has been written. One file changed. Yeah. So now go to your requirement and just observe that. नहीं, अच्छा, double click na requirement of text. Double click. Yes. See, can you see this? Rajesh came at the bottom. You're on mute if you're saying something, but yeah, you are able to. Okay. So now you guys understood git pull, git clone, git push, and git everything related to that. Git. Now we'll run the application and we'll see next class in the running the application. But as of now, just try to, you guys must familiar with the git and do practice once again. Create one more folder and do write some code and push it in GitHub and try to do this much of a steps. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, Raj.
Cool. Cool, guys. Thank you. We'll catch up on Friday once again, running this application. This application will run and we'll create an API. We'll talk about the API in that class. Okay.
Yeah, Rajesh, yesterday
Videos has not been uploaded.
SQL class has been.
SQL, I couldn't get a chance to do that, but after API, I will talk about the SQL. Okay, don't worry. I have remembered. Good, thank you.